Welcome to Midwest DJs Live 5 for Live. I'm Mitch Taylor. Thanks so much for being here today. Very excited, but before we get to that and who this person is, I want to make sure you stay up to date with the show. We have the text list. If you want to know what's going on with the show, all you have to do is hit us up via text DJS to 22454. That's the letters DJS 22454 with all the updates on Midwest DJs Live. Tickets are only $199 currently, and you can see the entire education lineup at MidwestDJsLive.com. I'm excited right now. This is crazy. This all came about because one of our board members, DJ Big Ron, was like, "Hey, we should get DJ Shawna of the Milwaukee Bucks." I'm like, let's make it happen. And here you are, DJ Shawna from the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn more about what DJs Live is and to see everybody, meet everybody, and have an opportunity to always learn and grow. That's always important.
Absolutely. Now, I love the parallel. When I did my reading up on you, Shawna, like you started in bars, right? Way back in the day. And that's, correlates to Midwest DJs Live. We started in the back of a pub in Racine, Wisconsin way back in the day. So share with me, how did you get your start?
Originally in DJing, how I got into DJing?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that question. It's one of my favorites. So when we are not in the middle of a pandemic, I actually still DJ at the bar that I started at, which is Walker's Pint. So for those of you that are from Milwaukee, it's on 2nd and National, and the owner, Betsy, is one of my dear friends and somebody that has seen things in me that I didn't even know existed or that I would ever uncover or unfold. And then B, gave me an opportunity and believed in me and continues to do so. And so the Pint is a part of the LGBTQ plus community in Milwaukee and the state, to be honest with you. And to have somebody in the community believe in you and see something in you, it's priceless, Mitch. Like it's just priceless. And I would not be here without Betsy and Walker's Pint today. And I can't wait till this pandemic is over to get back to Walker's Pint and all of our loyal customers and friends and family. But that's how it started. I actually undergrad, I'm a Badger, so I got some Badger gear on today. I played basketball at Wisconsin. And when I moved back to Milwaukee after undergrad, I was hanging out with my peers. And as the story goes, most 22, 23-year-olds do, they hang out in bars and clubs. Sure. And to be, in all honesty, I've never drank alcohol. Coincidentally, I've never done any drugs or smoked anything in my life. Very straight edge, always had basketball. There you go. And that's how I got into DJing. So I spent, honestly, just days after week after week after week at the Pint, because at that time, Betsy and Walker's Pint sponsored all the sports we played. So we played kickball, we played flag football, we played ultimate frisbee, we played softball, you name it, we played it. Walker's Pint t-shirt on. We'd go hang out at the bar to support Betsy for obviously fronting the bill to pay for our registration fee, all this fun stuff. But I don't drink alcohol. So it was it sounded silly, but it wasn't, I couldn't support Betsy monetarily in that regard. So on Saturday nights when I was with my peers, people would get really uncomfortable if I didn't have a drink in my hand. As a non-drinker, I'm sure you can understand that. And even if it was a glass of water, it was just, I got so tired of the same conversation. Just one. You've never drank before. I'm going to get you wasted.
Right.
You think it, people have said it.
Yep.
And I never was interested in it. And I never, ever wanted to touch it. I still haven't. I just don't have any interest. I figure if I made it through the #1 party school in the country with a great time, I'm good. And I started hanging out with our house DJ at the time, DJ Rock D. And I had no idea who he was. I had no idea what was about to happen in the next 2.5 years. And I remember just posted up on the wall, just watching him. And I was enamored with hip hop culture, especially as a basketball player and everything that goes of being involved with that. The clothes, the music, the swag, all of it. Turntables. I was a part of a breakdancing club when I was at Wisconsin. So you just layer all of these things that I just loved and about music. And one day he just looked at me and he literally looked at me. He's like, "Are you a DJ?" And I didn't even speak to him. I just shook my head. Nope. He scratched. He did a little beat juggled transition in the next song. Looked back at me and he was like, do you want to be? And I literally, Mitch, I shrugged and I was like, oh. He's like, well, call me when you get 2 turntables and a mixer. And I called him the next day.
Nice.
And that was one of the most serendipitous happenstance relationships that I didn't know I needed in my life. So for the next 2 years, I was with Rock D, and it was a hobby. Honestly, it was just Saturday nights with him, and he was all over. So if people are familiar with hip hop music in Milwaukee, and you're kind of an old head like me, you got to know who Rock D is now. So he got his name from Arrested Development. He's attributed to bringing like hip hop to Summerfest, like started like dance stuff at Summerfest. And so Rock was a part of Radio 88.9 when they started. He was on the radio. So many layers that I didn't know who I had. And now this like my best friend and my mentor. And so it was just Saturday nights. And I literally, Mitch, I would carry all his crates of records. I started developing small crates of records myself, set up all the turntables, mixer. So I learned everything, like in my opinion, the right way, without even knowing it. Yeah. And I just loved it. And that's a long story, but that's how it got started. And I didn't know, fast forward, I don't even want to say how many years, but now this is my full-time job. And I'm so proud to say I'm a professional DJ. It's been crazy.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I got to thank one of our show sponsors, our official audio sponsor for the main room of education for Midwest DJs Live is none other than Electro Voice. Cool. EV, you may know them in the industry as professional loudspeakers and microphones for DJs. Check out the new Evolve 50M with expanded mixer functionality. It's easily controlled right in the palm of your hand. For more information, just go to electrovoice.com. I want to thank Mike Dussault and the friends at EV for sponsoring and being the main audio room sponsor for our show. DJ Shawna, I love the serendipity part of this, what you're talking about here. Thank you. How Betsy and Rock D showed up for you.
Yeah.
And there's more to this story, like that transition of how you gained that notoriety in that position of moving up from bars to Bucks, which I'm excited to learn at the show.
Me too.
I think we'd be remiss right now, you and I both, if we didn't, really touch upon that. Like now you get to show up to a room full of professional event DJs and inspire them yourself.
Thank you. It's humbling. It's humbling. And I appreciate the opportunity, honestly, because I'm sure as we all feel, I wish there were more hours in the day. And I wish, especially, I can't wait till I feel like I can get to a point in my career where I can, whether it's start teaching kids or host different things, and continue to find a way to continue to give back in whatever capacity that may be. So in moments like this, where I get to be a part of Midwest DJs Live and speak to other people who've been in the industry, whether they're brand new or been in the industry longer than, we even want to put a label on it. It's such a cool, it's such a cool industry because as you know, it just continues to evolve and it's fun. And, I am a self-identified nerd and I think a lot of us can relate to that because we love pushing buttons. We love turning knobs and to get to do that for a living and then find a way to use that platform to inspire people. And not even just as a DJ, but to one of my platforms, Dare to Be, is to inspire you to be your absolute best self. And so it's always an honor, honestly, and such a privilege and nothing that I ever carry lightly. So I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're excited to have you speak on the main stage and keynote for us. This is going to be awesome, bringing that Dare to Be message and how DJ Shawna has moved from bars to Bucks. I just think it's an amazing story, and we're very excited to have you, DJ Shawna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing everybody. I can't wait to hopefully inspire you just to get 1% better and always dare to be.
We're excited to have Midwest DJs Live coming up April 25th to April 27th at the Hyatt in Milwaukee, right across from the Fiserv. You might know where that is. I don't know. Tickets are only $199 right now. Grab the website, MidwestDJsLive.com. Hit that up for all the speakers, all the info. And if you want to get on the text list again, just text DJS to 22454. Again, DJS to 22454 for all things Midwest DJs Live, to keep up to date on what's happening with the show. We're excited. DJ Shawna is excited. We can't wait to see you there. That's it for
Thank
this
you.
5 for Live, sponsored by Electro Voice. Thanks so much, DJ Shawna.
Thanks, Mitch. See you soon.